Member for Coquitlam-Millardville.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in June 2016, William Landwehr admitted himself to Royal Jubilee Hospital because of intrusive thoughts of harming his stepbrother. He was released with anxiety medication, no diagnosis, and no additional mental health support. Desperate for help sometime later, he contacted the police in a bid to keep himself and others safe. He was then put in jail for 30 days because there were no other alternatives for him. His grandmother, Carol Tisdale, who is now looking out for him, is angry that her grandson was locked in prison instead of getting mental health supports he desperately needs. So to the Minister of the Health, can he explain to Carol and William, who are here today in the gallery, why 7 years into his government's 10-year mental health plan, William and others are forced into jails instead of getting the health care supports they need?
Minister for Public Safety and Solicitor General.
Thanks, Madam Speaker. These are, and from personal experience, these are tragic situations when somebody suffering from mental health is incarcerated and spends some time in jail. And I'm not going to comment on any specific cases because I can't, but I will assure the member opposite that the only reason that people are in our correction center, whether it's they've got mental health issues or any other issue, is because the court sentenced them to go to jail. The other aspect of this is that every single inmate that comes into any of our correctional centers in BC is assessed within 24 hours. And if there's any medical issues or mental issues that are determined, we have skilled mental health workers in every single facility that will work with these individuals. They'll develop case plans for these individuals during their period of time of incarceration. And when they're released, we work with agencies and groups outside of the correction system to make sure that they have the care available to them when they were released from there. In addition to that, Madam Speaker, what we've done is we will be going to the Provincial Health Authority to take over all of the medical issues for corrections services, and that any inmate that comes in will be properly diagnosed, put on whatever regime of therapy that they need, and it'll be a seamless transition into the communities when they leave the correction center.
Member from Coquitlam-Millardville on a supplemental.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Well, this young man needed mental health services. He did not need to be in jail. The police did not want to take him there, and it was the only choice they had in order to keep him and other people safe. So I'll try another question for the Minister of Health, Madam Speaker. Sarah Johnson, her mother, Corinne, and her grandmother, Susan, are here today. Last month, Sarah showed up at her parents' home after years of addiction and homelessness, and she told her mom that she was ready to get clean from her heroin addiction. So the first thing the next morning, with hope and determination, Corinne took Sarah to the methadone clinic here in Victoria, only to be told it would be about a month's wait before a doctor could see her. A month, Madam Speaker. Corinne knew that her daughter would get dope sick if she couldn't get a substitution drug, so Corinne did what any loving mother would do to care for her daughter. She resorted to purchasing illegal, possibly tainted street methadone herself, so Sarah wouldn't take off and be lost to her once again. It was only after Corinne went public that Sarah was offered some help up island. So to the Minister, why do people have to go public in order to get the help that they need?
Minister of Health.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker, and the members opposite know very well the huge investment that we have recently announced into mental health and substance use over the next 3 years. $140 million, Honourable Speaker, and a lot of that, Honourable Speaker, is focused on young people, hiring more than 120 trained mental health workers throughout BC to ensure young people have increased and timely access to supports, focused staff and resources to increase the interventions upstream, Honourable Speaker, and the members opposite know that this government has spent over $100 million on the opioid crisis in this province, Honourable Speaker, including making sure Suboxone is available at no cost to most British Columbians, Honourable Speaker. No government has done more on mental health and substance use in the last year than this government, and we will continue to do that, Honourable Speaker.